Oh, hey, how you doing? I was just getting ready to hit eBay and look for some of those toys that I wish I would have had as a kid. Want to join me? Stick around.
Round one. Fight!
Hello and welcome to Rob versus the Internet. This is a show where I utilize the interwebs to give me the answers that I'm seeking. This time I want to look at how much the toys I wish I had as a kid costs now. We're going back to the first time I talked about this topic, which was it was a sentimental episode 2 summers ago, I believe. Anyway, I have the items I talked about here in front of me on a list, and we're going to take those items and we're going to look on eBay to see how much they would cost me if I were to try to get them now. So, without further ado, let's head into cyberspace. Here we go, on eBay. Now, the first thing I talked about was the toy line Centurions. I was a big fan of the cartoon, and I was a big fan of what I saw of the toys. I never had a single one, and honestly, I don't think I knew any kids that actually had them. They were nice, big, chunky figures, looked very durable, but what was awesome about them was how modular they were, with all the gadgets and gizmos and weaponry that could snap onto them. So, let's take a look. And we're not going to get fancy, we're just going to look at what the most relevant, what the most recent listings are. So, we'll look at a couple of them and we'll move on to the next item. So, here we go, putting it in. Well, let's be a little bit more specific. We'll put 80s toys, I didn't even spell it right. I think that's it. Looks like it's it. So, not finding what you're looking for. I just started. Okay, we're going with best match. So, first things first, Max Ray. He was the water guy of the team, with a name like Ray, like Manta Ray. Very interesting pose they have there, but let's take a look at some of these other pictures. Now, $24.75. Missing his helmet and missing his original gear. But look, let's take a look at this. That is a nice looking figure. He has rugged Burt Reynolds looks. Just very durable, sturdy toy. It just looks very impressive standing there, to be honest. But missing his gear and stuff, $24.75, I don't know about that. But it's free shipping. So let's go back to the list and see what other things they have. Is my internet just slow, or didn't it register? There we go. Next we have the Villain Hacker. $110? He was a peg warmer back in the day. I do remember that. I mean, this dude is goofy looking. If you go back and... Here, I'll put the link here for the toys I wish I had as a kid. Volume 1, Part 1, however you want to say it. Part 1, I think, is how I listed it. So, right here's the link, and I'll also put it in the description. Anyway, I used his goofy face on the thumbnail for the episode because it's interesting. But anyway, I mean, I guess it's cool because he comes with his instruction book. Okay, I'm moving mouse over. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, this mouse, I gotta use a thaw tie pushing the buttons. But he comes with his gear there. He didn't come with much. But this thing spun around when maybe pushed this orange thing as a button. But it looks like Dr. Terror's henchman comes with his instruction book. Comes with his helmet. That's always cool. Here he is. See? Goofy looking. Not a lot of kids were clamoring to get Hacker back in the day. So $110 for what was a peg warmer? Maybe collectors are clamoring now for him, but the little kid in me is going, heck no. So let's take another look at something else. Vintage 80s Kenner Centurion's Jake Rockwell life-size child's toy helmet. I didn't know they made role-play toys for it. Look at that. It says Jake Rockwell right on the helmet. That's some severe bolts in there, though. I'm assuming it snaps across the mouth area with this thing. We'll do a big picture here. Maybe not. $10. That piques my interest a little bit more because it's something I've never even heard of. Like I said, I didn't know they made role-playing toys for them. 1986. Did it really come out that late? I would have been 10, but I played with toys far into my childhood. I don't know if a lot of other kids did. I think in the 80s we just clung on to our childhood innocence a little bit longer than kids do nowadays. But anyway, to the description here. Extremely rare and very hard to find, Kenner Centurion's Power Extreme Jake Rockwell life-size yellow and green plastic child's toy helmet. One side of the green microphone face guard piece has a Jake Rockwell decal. The silver plastic headliner and adjustable chin strap are in excellent condition. The helmet is embossed on the side HG Toys Inc. The green microphone mouth part is embossed with copyright 1986 Ruby Spears Enterprises. Trademark Kenner Parker Toys. $9 postage. A weird picture. I won't go down there and look at that in detail. But it's buy it now for $10? I'm putting this sucker on my watch list. See, it's that kind of stuff that piques my interest, especially for $10. That's pretty awesome. But let's keep on going. Ooh, a Viewmaster set for $90, still in the package. I'm not going to stop to look at that, because I'm talking about the action figures here. But that's pretty darn cool. Viewmasters were awesome. They were our TiVo before we had TiVo. We could, because with cartoons they would usually have an episode done up in the stills, the cells that you could, and it would have like little titles around the circle. Anyway, here we have Jake Rockwell with his helmet and Ace McCloud, I think his name was. Am I totally wrong here? Yeah, that's his name, Ace McCloud. I was starting to think that was the duck dude from Ninja Turtles. About $85. They seem in very good shape. Ooh, look, he has weaponry on the back there. He doesn't. There they are with their helmets on. Look at that. Very nice. If I'm remembering correctly, these were like 8-inch figures. Very big, very chunky. Ooh, there's a gun with a little satellite thing on it. That's awesome. But $85, I mean, $650 for one still in the box. Plus 90 shipping? I can get over the $650 with it still being sealed, but 90 shipping? What? Not much info there. $10.50 expedited shipping for this, so $95.50, 2 figures. If I had a little bit more, look here, $17 for an Ace McCloud. Missing the helmet, but for $17 you could get a good start. Maybe pick the helmet up at a later date. Free shipping. But me personally, not a fan of Ace McCloud. He was the leader of the group, but I liked Rockwell and Ray the most. Oh look, a coloring book for $30. Yikes. $75 for this lot. I'm not going to look. I see a lot of 90s figures on there. Now what helmet is this? It almost looks like a big mask helmet. Doesn't it? What mask is that? So the Ace McCloud has his mask. But what the heck mask is that? I guess it could have come with one of his, expansion packs or whatever, but that really looks like a mask helmet. Look at this. No arms. $47. Comes with his gear. I guess that's what you're paying for pretty much. Let's take a look at one more and then we'll move on. Oh, here's some parts, Max Ray parts. $10 for Jake Rockwell, probably without his helmet. Plus 30 shipping. Oh my god, for standard shipping? Excuse me. That's how I always assumed, hey, I'm going to sell low to get people interested, but then I'm going to recoup what I really want through shipping. And I think that's shady. Very, very shady. But in this person's defense, they're shipping it from Canada, so there is some extra shipping there, so give you the benefit of the doubt. But we looked at a couple Centurions. It looks to be a little bit all over the place. That roleplay helmet, though, that's pretty cool. So, now, the second thing I talked about in that episode was the G.I. Joe train set. So, let's see what that has to offer. And I can assume that's going to be a pretty penny. So, let's take a look. Let's put in 80s G.I. Joe train set. The first thing that pops up are Care Bear stuff. Prize awards, toothbrush, frame. $12.99. See, that's stuff that's unique. I would actually think about that, but that's not why we're here. Ooh, we got a G.I. Joe coloring book for $20. Wow, this might be rare than I thought. Oh, dude, look at that. Leather neck hat. That's awesome. More coloring books. Great. Oh, look at these mail away offers. That's cool. But no train set. Let's double check my search here. 80s G.I. Joe train set. I don't think I can be any more specific. I'm trying to remember who made it. Ertl, maybe? No. Either way, it should be popping up. I mean, G.I. Joe train set. Yeah, this. Whoa! $1,195 for unopened slugger. AFA, huh? Let's see. Is it actually in one of the cases? Oh, it is. Okay, good on you. Last time I looked or saw that, it wasn't in a case. It was just that person's assumption to what it would be graded as. Oh, I've never seen this before. $50. Yeah, I kind of missed out on these 50th anniversary sets. Who do we have here? Hawk, Destro, and Leatherneck. Great. Look at all that cool gear. Nice. Ooh, the Warthog. Anyway, it seems like that's a bust. But let's go up here. Best match. Yeah, there's no other. So that's a bust. That must be a real big rarity. So, yeah, that's going to be a pipe dream. Put that out of my mind. Now, while we're on the topic of G.I. Joe, the third thing I talked about in that episode was the Snake, either robot or battle armor for Cobra, depending on how you look at it. But ever since the original miniseries, I just dug these dudes, and the original packaging just always drew me in. I mean, it's a great picture of the Snake, but also on the back they show a cutaway, like someone actually cut the toy and had a Cobra soldier in it. For some reason, I just really dug that. So, 80s G.I. Joe Snake. Well, we got a Snake Eyes t-shirts. Extra small. Get out of here with that. How about if I put in robot? No exact matches found. I believe it was maybe in acronym. Snack. The Cobra Snack. I bring you chips and popcorn. Here we go. Here we go. $3.20 in the package. Mint and package, that's pretty cool. There's that cutout I was telling you about. Do we have a close-up here? Come on, give me a close-up. Here we go. See, look. Looks like someone actually cut through the toy. And look, you can see that's Cobra dude's beady little eyes looking through the visor. That's pretty cool. Love this package. But this is what you got. Got some interchangeable hands. And if you remember in the mini-series, they even had like an anvil on a stick. They were trying to crush Snake Eyes and Scarlet and Snowjob with it. That's pretty fat. But $3.20. Whew. Here's the blue version. Whoa, a chrome plated one. What's the story on that? And 90 for the blue one, yikes. What is the story on this chrome one? There's all of its gear. Ooh, look, there's pieces. I got to cobble one together for a couple bucks. Hello everyone, up for auction is a new G.I. Joe chrome-plated Snake battle armor. Excuse me. Excuse me, it's 3:30 in the morning, so sorry for the yawn. Anyway, the Snake battle armor utilized in this custom is from the 2009 Target exclusive Snake Serpent armor. It is new old stock, store stock. I may or may not have the decals that come with it. I will include them if I do. All parts are chrome plated except inside the main body chamber. It only comes with the 2 attachments in the photo. I can color chrome him for you if you want a different color chrome on him. Act now and jump on this unique piece before it's too late. Talk about interesting and awesome. This came out super sweet. Get them while you can. And how much does he want for it? $125. Very cool custom. I will say that. That's neat. It's very eye-catching. Here we got some pieces. Here's arms with no attachment. One leg, back and front. There's the back. Here's an arm with probably the only attachment I would care about, the gun one. But a lot of pieces. Huh. I could probably cobble one together. That's kind of promising. Oh, look, the blueprints. That's neat. Joe-Con Python Patrol. Huh. 124. Yikes. Yeah, I'm way too broke and frugal nowadays to be jumping in on a lot of this stuff, but I do love a bargain, and that's what I love looking for. So, the 4th item that I talked about in that episode was the Shogun Warriors Godzilla. I will guarantee right now that will be super expensive, and the ones that are even somewhat attainable are probably missing the arm or the hand. But let's take a look. Now, the story that I told in the episode, what happened was, I actually saw this in a Goodwill. So, in late 70s, early 80s. So you can imagine it was probably only a quarter, 50 cents, something like that. And my mom said no. It still haunts me. Just as much as the last item on my list, that is my Holy Grail. This is my second Holy Grail, and it just stings all the more because I could have had it. I could have. Why'd she say no? Only she knows. Anyway, first off, $53 with bidding for a missing arm Godzilla. Since it's missing the arm, or the hand, and it's being bid on, we're going to skip over this one and go to this one. This one comes with the tongue and hand. And the thing with the tongue, if there's a picture, what's that on the floor? To emulate his radioactive breath, they had a tongue with like flames drew on it. Super awesome, very kitschy at the same time. I mean, awesome. Just plain awesome. But let's take a look at this one. Look at that. Beautiful. What great condition. Wow. Oh man, see his little tongue sticking out? Little wheels on his feet. What the heck is that? Oh, his tongue, little trigger's broken off. Now I get it. Now I know what that red thing is. There's the hand. And Godzilla never fired his hands off in any of the movies, but that was one of the things about the Shogun Warriors. The line, they were robots, so they would have, you know, shoot their fist at their enemy and stuff. There it is. There's the tongue. Look at that. Whoop. Let me go back here. Look at that. But that's probably just some crazy glue to fix that up. But for $200, I wouldn't want to fix anything. Look at this Godzilla clock. That's sweet. This Baragon. That's neat. Anyway, getting distracted. Lever for tongue is broke, and one toe has a crack. I didn't see that crack. Doesn't matter. But that's pretty cool. Expensive, but very cool. Here's an incomplete, no pictures, for $77 with 3 bids. Oh, it's got pictures. There's his back. His tail. Wow, got the hand. What the heck is that? What am I looking at? Is that the spring mechanism? I have to read what the... Oh, this one's got a crack in its nail too. What the heck? Let's see what the description for that, what that hole was. Arm is missing button. That's what it is. It's missing the button. Arm can still be shot. Takes a little work. 1 foot yellow piece is cracked. He could use a bath. Just dirty from the years. Aren't we all? Look at Jet Jaguar there. Awesome. Anyway. $140. Complete near mint. 10 bids. Ooh, it's bidding that much. With the box, $449. Now, I have some Shogun Warriors, the 90s reproductions that they did, mint in box. Excuse me. And they go for a pretty penny. I wish I could find somebody to say, I will trade you this for the Godzilla in the box. Trade you one of them for him. $250, $350, $350, $65. Look at him. He's like, don't shoot. I'm unarmed. Anyway, the next thing on the list is my grail item. The thing that I want more than anything. The thing that I have dreams about. Now, I've done plenty of these lists. The last one I did was number 5. And over time we'll work back and hit these first lists that I did, a la what this episode is. But I went guns blazing on the first one and threw down on the table what the biggest thing I would ever want is. And here we go. The Robotech, well, 80s. We'll start with 80s because more of them have come out recently. But Robotech Cyclone. The Cyclone motorcycles in the New Genesis neck of the American Robotech series. It came from the Mospeda anime that then got turned into Robotech here in America. There goes a cat in the background. And I would say super expensive, but that almost doesn't look that bad. But when I was a kid, I think it was one of the first times ever my grandmother gave me birthday money. And my parents took me to Kitty City. And the cat did this last time we did this. Get your tail out of the way. Kitty City, which is like a Toys R Us. Not as popular, but it was closer. And they had it. I love the cartoon, but I didn't have enough birthday money to purchase it. It may have only been $20, maybe $30 at the time. And it was, I would assume like an import for all intents and purposes. But no matter how much I pleaded, my parents wouldn't help float the difference of what I had to what I would need. So I think on that trip I actually did get Airborne, the G.I. Joe figure, which I have great memories of. So the trip wasn't all lost. But to this day, this is a toy that I would love to have. So without further ado, it's on the screen. Let's take a look at some of these. Now, like I said, first off, $85, it would be $94.30. So I trust that that's probably the real shipping. But look at this. Still in the box. This is not the one that I saw. And this looks, wow, really chintzy compared to the one that I have in mind. Yeah, this isn't it. So I'm going to skip over it because it's not the one that I'm thinking of. Now, the one I'm thinking of did come with a Scott Bernard figure. Oh man, that's all messed up. That the armor would attach to. It almost looks like Rand's outfit more than Scott's. But anyway. Oh, here's Lancers for $125. Maybe this is it. I don't know. Oh, cool t-shirts. Now this is the bike. Just the bike. $85. Now is this transformable though? Almost doesn't look like it. Doesn't look transformable. Ah, it's the Matchbox version. Now Matchbox had 3 3/4 figures, G.I. Joe scale. I believe they were fairly articulated, but their things didn't transform. They were just, like in this case, just a Cyclone bike. Or if you got the Veritech, it was just a jet. So it was still cool to have, but not... Oh, that's cool, Veritech. But not transformable. That's the appeal of Robotech. Transformable giant robots. So to not have them transform just seems kind of a waste. Matchbox. Drinking coffee, like I said, now it's 3:45. Wow, look at this SDF-1. Sorry to go off track, but this looks neat. $5.75. Oh, it's the Matchbox one. See, now that actually transforms. Has 3 modes. You have the Star Destroyer sized aircraft carrier, the normal robot mode, and then like his super duper blow everything up mode with the cannons over the shoulder. That's pretty cool. Still in the box. That's sweet. But I'm not seeing what I'm looking for here. So, just for the sake to see if I can find it, because they have more recent ones that are very akin to that one. So let's knock off 80s here. So just Robotech Cyclone. And here it is. Is this it? Now that was just like the other ones. Yeah, this is it. As you can see, this one comes with a lot more stuff. Oh, I didn't realize that his hands weren't very sculpted. Look at that. But you can see the hinge work here to how it would transform. You got Scott Bernard on there. That's pretty awesome. So those other ones are in the same vein. And here on the package it shows him transforming. See, look, from bike, and then he jumps and it transforms into battle armor on him. And what was awesome was, oh wow, look at this one, was that the motorcycle was the backup vehicle that was in his Veritech Beta fighter. So when he crash lands on Earth, he pulls it out of the back. Well, look at Rand. Or Ray, most beta in this one. Oh, look at that. Does it transform? Well, I guess so. There it is. That's pretty cool. That looks awesome. And that's a newer version. I'd be happy with that, but still $220. Yikes. Oh, wow. $20 for that. No, I wouldn't mind. I mean, the Matchbox, I know what I'm getting, but it would just be neat to have that in my collection. Have that on the shelf, because I know what it would be. I love the colors of the Cyclone, that like muted green. So I'm going to add that to watch list. We'll look at a couple more here. But it looks like for not Scott Bernard, you can get them for $85. Matchbox. Did Matchbox make them in Japan? Anyway, quite pricey, like I imagined, because I have looked recently for them. But anyway, this was just a companion episode to go along with the toys I wish I had as a kid. The first episode that I did a year and a half ago or so. I think it was, excuse me, a sentimental episode from not this summer, but last summer. But as I said, I'm going to include the link here earlier. I don't think I can add it again. And it's in the description if you want to check out the episode. But anyway, thanks for going on this little Cyberverse journey with me to take a look at the toys I wish I had as a kid and how much they would set me back nowadays if I would want them. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you got something to say, please leave it in the comments. I love reading them and I love getting back to everybody. And if you're new around here and you enjoyed this, or if you have enjoyed any of my episodes, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell, you'll be notified whenever there's a new episode. But until next time, keep being rad and stay dorky.